What's going on, you guys? So I hope you've enjoyed my past few snowmobile videos. There'll be a lot more of this thing to come. But a few days ago, me and my girlfriend went out to go on a ride, and this is what we found. So we got all geared up and ready to go. We opened that barn door up, and there was a huge pile of oil underneath the snowmobile. And I just briefly looked at it, and it looks like it's coming from the oil reservoir side, but I don't know anything other than that. So in today's video, we're gonna be tearing this thing down, getting it cleaned up, replacing this old crusty windshield. Recently the temperature just rose, so everything is melting off. We're getting ice, we're getting nasty rain, sleet, disgusting weather. I just wish it would stay frozen. I don't mind the cold if it would just stay cold. When it gets like this, it just makes everything a mess, but I'm gonna continue on with the videos. I wanted to get this build series started, get this thing all cleaned up, looking nice, give it a proper run through, and then when we get some more snow, we can take this thing out, not have any worries in our mind, and just have a good time. So to start out, I'm just gonna get this windshield off here real quick, and then just start wiping everything down, get some of the ice and snow that was left on it off of there, and then we're gonna try to find where our oil leak is and how we can fix it.
Are you gonna show them what you did to the tail on your dirt bike?
Video coming soon. Jeez, getting ahead of yourself there.
It's a little ghetto rigged.
Watch it. That's a factory replacement.
It looks good.
We'll see. So now it looks like we got a 10 or 12 millimeter bolt in there instead of a Phillips head, so that's nice. See if we got lucky. Yep, 12 mil. That's classy right there. So we only managed to lose about 2 nuts down in the engine bay. Who knows whether we're gonna find them or not. Junk. So here is where all of our oil draining occurred. So this is the oil reservoir right there, and this right here is where all of the oil is laying. But it looks like it's been running down right there, kind of up to where the bottom of that reservoir is. So hopefully it's just like a bad seal or something, and that nothing's actually cracked or broken, because then I'm gonna have to get a replacement part, and who knows how long that's gonna take. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this tank shroud off of here, and then see if we can't unveil the problem. I'm gonna go ahead and take this corny looking backrest off as well. That was hanging on by a thread. Why won't you slide?
Is it rusted in there?
Oh, I'm sure. Everything's rusted. Not too bad, actually. Set this to the side. Simple enough. Add to our pile of Yamaha over here. We got a nice Japanese collection going on here. We got the Yamaha, we got the Kawasaki, we got the Honda. All that's missing is Suzuki, but Suzuki's whack, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll disconnect the safety switch. All right, it looks like I'm gonna have to pull the entire tank off so we can get a better look down in there. Can you pass me the needle nose?
Sure.
Thanks. Woo! So we got another one of these little retaining springs on here.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, I hate these. Ugh. This one should be a little bit easier.
Whoa!
Ah.
Do we have a crack?
So that's where the oil's all pooled up down there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that tank off and see what we have. There's a lot of silicone coming from that hose that goes from the tank to the oil reservoir, so I'm not sure if it's leaking there, but we're gonna have to pull it off and take a look. All right, so we're gonna take these hoses off here. This right here is the air hose. Got the tank off of here, but this is definitely where our oil leak is coming from. There's multiple cracks all over this reservoir. I'm surprised that it's held this much oil for so long. Ah, this is a mess, guys. I wanted to save some of this oil, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, so that fitting actually broke off of there. So we're just gonna go ahead and set that down in there, because there's a crack up here in the top too, as you can see, guys. So I don't know if it's just the cold weather or just the age, but this is shot. I wish we could save the oil out of that. I don't really have anything to put it in. Well, found a glass jar of thyme. Let's see if I can't clean that out a little bit. Enough to trust reusing this stuff.
Looks pretty good.
I would tell you guys that I'm not that cheap, but I am. So we're gonna go ahead and try to salvage what we can of this oil. That cap was broken too. Oh crap. We just made a complete mess here, guys.
We?
Yes, you're a part of this. You're guilty by association.
Holy cow, it's a big spill.
Let's see if I can't clean that up with something. At least it was nothing catastrophic. It was just this oil tank that was completely busted. And I looked online the other day because that's what I expected it to be. And I can't find one anywhere, so I'm gonna have to use one off of a different model or make my own out of something around the house or do something, but at least we figured it out. That's the issue. The plastic fitting at the bottom of the reservoir actually broke off into this hose, so it was leaking from there. But it had multiple cracks throughout that whole reservoir. So we're just gonna have to find a way to replace that and clean up this ocean of oil down here. This is just an absolute mess. At least we got some rust prevention, guys. This is awful. I don't know how clean we're actually gonna be able to get this. At least we were able to salvage a good amount of oil.
That's the culprit.
Some serious rust prevention going on here. Well, like I said, at least we figured out the issue. That's kind of what I expected it to be. It's probably just a combination of the cold and then riding it those couple days. It got hot and then it cooled back down. I wish I had somewhere big enough that was heated to store this thing, but it's just not gonna happen. So we're just gonna have to find another tank for it, get that ordered, put on, and put it back together for next time. I'm gonna do my best to get this thing cleaned up. I don't know how it's gonna work. All the oil is just sitting right under the motor and there's no way to get in there and clean it. So I figured I'd just prop it up on a chair or something and let gravity do its work. Hopefully all the oil will then go to the front where I can actually reach it with my hands. I'm not too worried about the rest of the stuff that I don't get, the little spots of oil. I mean, just rust protection like I've said. So we're gonna go ahead and prop this thing up and I'll see you guys in about an hour or so. All right, so my plan worked. All the oil drained down here below, as you can see. It conveniently drained all over the floor, so I'm glad that worked out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of this oil that's still sitting here. All right, guys, so I hate to leave this thing like this, but there's nothing else we can do. We're just gonna have to wait on the part to come. Hopefully I can find a factory replacement. If you didn't get a good look at it earlier, there's a huge crack right here, and the piece of the plastic's actually down in the tank. And on the bottom right here, that little stem that was right there broke off into the hose. The oil cap itself was cracked as well. I found a factory replacement of that, so I know I can get this, but it doesn't matter unless I can get this. Maybe I can find one of another year that fits. If not, I'll just use any other reservoir and try to mock it up myself. Or do you guys think I should try to fix this one? I mean, it probably could be done. It would be a little ghetto. Even myself, I think I should just try to find a replacement for this or find one that'll work. I managed to save a little bit. I don't know, it's probably around 2 quarts of oil that I saved, maybe 1.5, so I'm happy with that. That looks like some good oil, so we'll probably reuse that in the future. But I just kind of wanted to update you guys on the sled and what we got going on. Like I said, the weather is not even good enough to ride right now, so Hopefully by the time I get this thing back up, fixed and running, we'll get some more snow and be able to take this out and have some more fun. Other than that, I got a bunch of videos planned, so be expecting that. Make sure you have your post notifications on so you can get updated every time that I make a new video. That's gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching and this little update that I gave you guys. Let me know what you guys wanna see in the future, and I'll see you in the next video.